Hi everyone. So today we are looking at 1/4 and 3/4 of different quantities. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So I'm having to do the video myself today. I'm going to show you on my piece of paper just to confirm we are going to be looking at 1/4. Okay, which is in a square. I need 4 parts because 4 parts is the whole, and I'm going to shade 1. That's 1/4. Okay, and we're looking at 3/4. So 3/4 again. 4 is the whole, and I need to shade 3 parts, 3/4. Okay, so I would obviously rather have that bit because if it was a pizza, I would get 3 bits, whereas that 1/4 only gets 1 piece of pizza. So it says work in pairs, fold a sheet of paper in half in different ways to your partner. So you can do this on your own. You just need to find an A4 sheet of paper and show me 2 ways that you can fold it in half. Okay, so you've got this way, holding it up like this, and you've got folding it across like we did the other day, and you've got folding it across the long way and down the middle. Okay, so that's 2 different ways you can half it. How do we write half? Well, we've got that written. Half is 1/2 because there's 2 parts and 1/2 equals 1 of the half. Okay, so now fold your sheet again. So there are 4 equal parts. 1, 2, like I've done with my boxes here. How do we write that? 1/4. And you can do it that way as well. 1/4, 1 of 4 parts. They both show the same amount. Now show me half of your paper. Now show me 2/4 of your paper. So half is that way. That's 1/2. That's 2 halves. And 2/4 is those 2. That's 2/4. So 2/4 is actually equivalent or the same as a half. So let's do a half here. So it's really hard to hold the camera and do it. So let's do it that way. That's a half. You see that? And 2/4. Can you see how it's the same as part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4? It's 2/4. I've shaded 2 out of 4 and I've shaded 1/2. So they are equivalent, they are equal, a half and 2/4. So we need to look at our line of shapes here. I'm going to just turn the camera. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold your strip into half. So if we folded it into half, it would be like that. And it would go over that way if you had a mirror, which means half would be 4. Fold it again. Remember the other day I said to you to find the quarter, half it and half it again. Fold it again so you have 4 equal parts. How many in each quarter? So if we folded it into half, we'd have 4. If we folded it again, we'd have 2. How many 2/4 do you notice? How many shapes are in 3/4? So let's record what we have found out. A half of 8 equals, half of 8 equals 4, because it'd be down there, which would show 4. A quarter of 8 would be 2, because we'd half it, and then we'd half it again. So that'd leave us 2. Because a quarter is 4 parts, so that's 1 part there, 2 parts there, 3 parts the whole. 2/4 of 8 equals 4, because 2/4 is 2 lots of the quarter, which again is 4, as you can see, equivalent to a half. And 3/4 of 8, that's 1/4, that's 2/4, that's 3/4. 3/4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3/4 is 6. Woo, look what we've got here now. We need to first of all count our objects or shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. My goodness. Use your strip of 16 shapes, fold it into half and quarters and write some fraction sentence. So if we folded it into half, it would be down here. So half of 16 we know is 8. And if we did it into quarters, it would be 4. Let's check that. Half of 16 equals 8. 1/4 of 16 is 4. There's your 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2/4 is going to be 6. 2/4 is going to be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2/4. Ooh, so equivalent to a half. And 3/4 is 16. So 1, 2, 3 parts. For 3/4, 3 parts out of 4 is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 12, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sure if you had this drawn out and you was able to fold it, you'd be able to clearly see. So your task for today, you're finding a half, a quarter and 2/4 and 3/4 of numbers. So half of 12 is 6. Half of 20, so you do half down that row. This row is a quarter. Remember to find a quarter, half it and half it again. 2/4 of 12, you're doing this one, which is equivalent to a half. And 3/4, please, if you need to, draw them out, because when you draw it, it makes it so much clearer. So if we look at the top one, 3/4 of 12. So if I write here, sorry, this is hard to see, I know. It's because I'm holding the camera. 3/4 of 12. Okay, so I'm going to draw 12 stars. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, 10, 11, 12. So we're looking for 3/4, okay? So if we split into half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we half that again, half of 6 is 3. There's our 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3/4, that's 1/4, that's 2/4, that's 3/4 is 3, 6, 9. 3/4 of 12 is 9. And to make it a whole, you add your last quarter, which would be 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now, also another way, if you want to work with higher numbers, a good way to find fractions of a quantity is to divide the bottom and times the top. So, divide the bottom. Oh, I can't wait till we go back to school. And times the top. Okay, I'll show that with you now. My pen's running out. Fantastic. So 3/4 of 12, divide the bottom. This is the bottom number. 12 divided by 4 equals 4, 8, 12. 3 times your answer by the top. So 3 times 3 equals 9. Is that our answer? Yes. So you could divide the bottom and times the top, okay? If you want to find fractions of a quantity using bigger numbers, you can give them a go. I will put them in a challenge, 3 larger numbers, okay? Have a go. I will be on Seesaw if you have any questions.